it's really good what we've done. It's different, it's groundbreaking, and audiences like it. We've been long-listed, hopefully we've been short-listed. I guess that was saying hopefully we'll pick up the award. It's about what we've achieved. It's about having a voice for Parkinson's. It's not about being better than another theatre company. It's about we've done this and we're representing Parkinson's and we'll get more publicity and more awareness, and hopefully we'll get a cure or something to stop that progression, and that's what it's all about.
It's about broadening the potential of the sorts of roles we can play. So the winner of this most award is
It was during lockdown, and Janet started a Zoom call with all the people around locally that we knew that had got Parkinson's. So when Janet rang up and said, what should we do? What should we do? There were 8 or 9 of us on this Zoom call, all either with Parkinson's or with partners who got Parkinson's.
I met Janet when we were first diagnosed over 6.5 years ago, and we just clicked. So Janet is the one who is the reason for us getting together, doing a play online, starting off then, and then it's just evolved, got better, more exciting.
Shake It Up was the first one. I got involved kind of mid-January on that one, with the first shows at the end of January, and that was, I think, 2022. And then we did 3 shows at Edinburgh with that one in 2022.
It's about theatre, it's about creating awareness about Parkinson's, but it's about the people involved. It is really important that these kinds of projects, they do educate and inspire, but they change people's lives.
No day is Parkinson's free. And I guess as it progresses, it insidiously creeps into days more and more and more, so more incidents with myself or the people I care about, and it's going to gradually creep upon us. I've said it a few times to people who've got Parkinson's, and it's a hard admission to make, but I don't think I changed my life back. But what I really wish is that they could find a medicine that would stop. We've got a time that we've got to do things by, because it's not going to get any better.
Each person I've met who's got Parkinson's is totally different in symptoms, experiences. For me, I think it's a real issue about getting diagnosed, particularly when you're younger, particularly for women. You originally think it's going to be life-limiting. You think the impact on your family. You know, my husband, obviously my boys. Because you don't want to be a burden to them. And you think, and you know, again, this is a bit, you're ignorant to the condition because you don't know anything about it, you know, which is part of the Parky Players about raising. Because you sort of think, God, am I going to end up in a wheelchair? Am I going to be in a mobility scooter? Am I going to see my sons grow up? And then the impact on my husband, you know, it's not what he signed up for.
It sucks the life out of you every day. I never forget that I've got it, because you can't. This is like a devil on your shoulder saying, don't forget you've got Parkinson's. And it's a constant reminder. Not shocked, but absolutely gutted and devastated. But my goodness, many doors have opened as a result of that. It's just a different path. And I would not have met all these amazing people that I am actually part of this Parky Players. And when you walk into that stage and you're actually performing, you forget what you've got. I'm a true believer that people with Parkinson's can do. It's not about can't do, because we can do.
I thought I'd got cancer or multiple sclerosis because I was the right age and sex for that, whereas Parkinson's was an old man's disease. It was a slap in the face. I had no idea that I could get Parkinson's at my age. I was quite slow to progress. I didn't notice very much progression. Very slowly it began to impact on my life a little bit more. is this real? Is this really what I'm stuck with? If I do a play about it, will it show it that we're not really there, but we know we are?
It's very, I don't know, degrading, and when you go into a shop and ask for something and people repeat that a few times and then return to the next one without finishing their business with me. I took a bit of a tumble yesterday. My gait tends to shorten and I stop lifting my feet. And, that's a common thing for Parkinson's, and I kicked one slate that was up. It's not the first time and probably won't be the last. It's maybe crazy to say, but I think since I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, I met Denise and we got married, and I began this. I think really that's the best part of my life. It may be strange to say that with neurological disease that I know is gonna get worse, but I don't think about it so much. Just try to live for a day to day.
I think he knew before the diagnosis what it was. And then he got the diagnosis. He gave me the get out clause. So he'd understand if I didn't want to stay with him. But I just told him no, I was staying. I was in it for the long haul. So, and I'm still here.
Well, I think the word disease doesn't help. Because a disease, I feel like people feel that they can catch a disease, and you can't catch Parkinson's, so I don't think that's helpful to have that word there for a start. They're at different places with it at different moments. Even on a daily basis, they can be in a different part of how it's affecting them. So I guess it's easier to accept it sometimes than it is others.
In comparison to taking the group to Edinburgh 2 years ago, there's been very big differences in certain individuals' conditions, with them becoming more apparent, having other illnesses as well. What's really amazing about this process is the determination of the individuals and the group as a whole to support each other.
We've learnt from all the professionals that have been involved with us. Lots of people came in and helped us a little bit here and there, but all the help has been so valuable.
I'm a big fan of passion and potential, and we've got it in bucket loads both. And I think from first meeting Janet 3 years ago, just the passion that oozed from her, even over Zoom call in the middle of lockdown, I just remember thinking, I really want to be involved with this because I don't know where it's going to go and I've got no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be bloody good fun.
You have to try to, get the fun across, because a lot of people must come to these performances and think, oh, it's Parkinson's. How is that going to be fun without it being uncomfortable?
If every performance one person walks out, understands something about Parkinson's, and they tell one person, we've done our job, but it's not one person walking out. Everybody's walking out saying they've learned something. And if you think how many people they then tell, it's growing.
Some of the comedy sketches that we're doing have got quite message in there. I mean, it's wrapped up in fun and laughter, but it's getting that message across.
I love that mix because you've got the comedy element of it, but there's also the element of letting the audience know exactly about Parkinson's, and they go away having a better understanding about it. And they're quite emotional at the end of the show as well.
The fact that we're getting out there in the public domain at the Fringe, there's 60,000 people expected to go through the doors of lots of different events.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
No other kind of theatre where you're going to get, right, okay, good afternoon, you've got 5 minutes, you're on stage in 5 minutes, thank you very much.
People have come up to us after the show and said how much they learned and how moved they were by it, learning to deal with things that come along, disabilities that can come to you later in life. It's true of everybody that has to deal with something like that you need to adapt and accept and just not give in.
As much as we say it's for other people, it's got to be for ourselves as well. Must be. And I think from the way the plays are building and changing, I think we're all going down the same road. Why don't we write a song about it?
Trust the path, find some hope, accept what is new. Embrace the new road. Take us with you.
I don't think it's the Fringe that's changed, I think it's us that's changed. We've got loads more confidence. Loads more confidence.
We want to show what people with Parkinson's can do. We want to raise awareness of the condition and show that it doesn't hold anybody back.
It's incredibly cathartic. There's 5 of us with Parkinson's and we've got other people that have joined us, which has been incredibly supportive but good for them to see us as well.
We are making a difference, we are making a change, we are providing awareness, and I think really we're going to go from strength to strength.
The aim is to raise awareness first and foremost. The way we're going to achieve that is by doing what we're doing now. You know, there are not many groups like us going to Fringe.
Getting a 4-star rating at the beginning of the week and then being put forward for and nominated for this Neurodiversity Award can only help the cause. Brings hope.
We've had to fight tooth and nail to get funding, to get any kind of marketing support, any kind of, we've had to fundraise here, there and everywhere, beg, steal and borrow to allow this to happen. And it means everything, it really means everything, and it's a recognition of what we've done. And it's really good what we've done. It's different, it's groundbreaking.
Bringing together disabled and non-disabled actors sends an important message to the industry about casting. It's about broadening the potential of the sorts of roles we can play. So the winner of this Mercer Award is the Parky Players.
So this is for everybody, it's also for everybody who's got Parkinson, who has a little voice. There's lots of them out there, there we are. So thank you. And thank you.
The Parky Players!